Hey guys, I'm Kelsey Johnson, and I am in my second semester as a grad student at Mankato. So, my scholarly journey in communications is kind of in its infancy right now. Um, but my interest in communication is not in its infancy. When I was an eighth grader, I was heavily recruited to join the speech team way back in 1999, and I fell in love with competition and relying on myself to kind of get the accolades and success that I was after. Um, but I played well with teams. I jumped into theater right away as a junior high student as well, which taught me group dynamics and teamwork. And theater is really my first passion that I had, and I loved being the center of attention too, but how do you learn that at college? Um, so I followed theater and I earned my BA in theater. And initially I went for acting, but my sophomore year I fell in love with directing after taking my first directing class. And I loved how I had control and leadership involved in the shows, and that's something that I've always had a lot of passion and interested in as well. However, when you graduate with a degree in theater and you couple that with the fact that we had the 2008 recession going on at the same time, it's tough to, survive. So I eventually, quickly, went back to college and I got my English education with the communication option through NDSU because I knew that I wanted to work with high schoolers and I knew that I wanted to coach. So after I was able to graduate with that degree, I started coaching and teaching. So 9 years of coaching speech and 6 years of directing theater and 2 years of directing student congress and 7 years in the classroom teaching secondary English. Here I am. I'm working on my MFA in forensics. So when I look back at everything that kind of led me here, it comes down to my passion for speech. It's pretty clear then that not only do I want to coach speech and be a better coach, I also want to take over the dual credit speech classes that we offer at my school. Um, and learning more about public speaking as a division of communication studies will obviously be one of my focuses while I'm a student getting my master's. But I'm not just a coach when I'm involved with speech and theater and English teaching. I also serve on the executive boards and committees for statewide events and activities as well. So I'm currently on the North Dakota Rough Rider District Committee through the National Speech and Debate Association. And I am the president elect of the North Dakota Council of Teachers of English. And by being on those committees, we ironically aren't very good at communicating within our team and our group, but also organizationally beyond just the committees and boards. We also aren't very good at communicating with our stakeholders and the people we're working for. And I think that, coupled with the idea that I'm not a big fiction reader. I actually, when I have time to read for pleasure, I'm reading business books and like self improvement books, and they oftentimes are based on leadership and group dynamics. So I think that segues nicely into wanting to further understand and study maybe group and team communication and possibly organizational communication. So that's kind of where I see myself as a communication scholar, just wanting to be a better teacher. Um, and I'm excited to see what you guys are doing scholarly in the communication field. Thanks.